This was our home in Westport, Connecticut from 1968 to 1970. A home later made famous by Martha Stewart as Turkey Hill. And now, with Martha's help, we'd like to take you on a brief tour of our former home. The girls loved the stairway in this center hall colonial. They all dreamed of having a wedding here and descending the staircase with bridal train flowing behind in stately splendor.
This is the back hall to our farmhouse, but it's a place where everybody enters, and I try to make it cheerful and hospitable by putting flower arrangements in as many different places as possible. This back hall table has a flower arrangement made out of autumnal twigs and leaves, and one great peach-colored amaryllis to pick up this peach-colored peony in the Japanese container. This whole floor was covered with oak planks. When we ripped those up, it revealed this lovely pumpkin-colored pine floor. We stenciled it in a diamond pattern. In the 19th century, this was known as the poor man's rug. Over here is our dining room. It's by far the most formal room in the house, and a room that I really love.
Martha's dining room is shown here in an illustration from Martha Stewart Living magazine in September 1999. As we place our video over Martha's picture, you can see that she is still using the same fireplace grate that was there when we left almost 30 years ago. It was not quite so formal during our 3 years there. We actually used this as a spare room during that period. Even with our large family, we were hard-pressed to fill this beautiful old house. Our dining may not always have been as formal as Martha's, but I bet we had more fun, and I'll bet it tasted just as good. What's wrong with popcorn and soda?
This is our old 1805 farmhouse kitchen. It's called that because Captain Thorpe built it in 1805. He was an onion farmer and barge owner. The ceiling is hung with our collection of old and antique baskets, an accumulation of years and years. If those baskets weren't on the ceiling, they would certainly be on the table with one or two or some of our cats in them. Everybody loves this room because it's warm and cozy and a delightful place to sit around this table in front of the hearth, just talking or eating or watching what's going on. On the mantelpiece is part of our collection of old tin and copper molds. These turkeys were given to us years ago by friends who knew that we lived on Turkey Hill Road and had a penchant for turkeys. We'll certainly use them on our tables for decoration of the holiday dinner. This little funny melon mold was given to me with an old recipe for plum pudding, and I use it every Christmas with great success. And this pumpkin mold, an unusual mold, we bake a little Genoise cake in it for the children at Halloween time. I'm a firm believer in displaying one's collections and one's accumulations of things, and I don't like putting them in the cupboard to gather dust. It's much more fun to have them out so everybody can enjoy them. Out here's our porch, another nice room, a place where we gather on Sundays and on Saturdays for brunch or for lunch, with a view of the pool and the perennial border and the woods beyond.
Before being glassed in by Martha, we used the porch for far more important things than simply having brunch on Sunday. As you can see here, we were on the leading edge of the space age, as Bill assembles one of the model rockets which we flew each week. I think the screen porch was probably more fun than the enclosed porch in the evenings with good friends, looking out over Long Island Sound. Before Martha cluttered up the lawn with a pool and garden, there were 4 acres of lawn to mow. This would have been quite a chore, except that we could usually find someone anxious to use the ride-on lawnmower, if they could get it started. As we mentioned, the room that Martha set up as a formal dining room was a spare room for us, and it got very good use as a playroom. Now be honest, Would you rather have some fun like this, or be stuck in a tuxedo at one of Martha's formal dinners? And here's Ellen doing some strange thing in the same back hall which we visited with Martha earlier in this video. Here, the girls enjoy relaxing in the library with some craft work. The room that Martha showed us as her kitchen, complete with cats, was used by us as our dining room without cats. And here we see Dorothy setting the table for dinner. Whether Martha would approve of our formality or not, I don't know. But the meals were delicious, and we sure had a good time. The library was really our favorite room, and here we see some pictures taken in that room from time to time. So, with the conclusion of this short tour, we leave Turkey Hill again with some great memories of good times.